Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Cherika Brown, of course. We're on another episode of Cherika Be Talking, cause I be talking. Thank y'all so much for y'all continuing support and checking out my videos and just everything in general, y'all. I'm fresh out the gym, but I do have something that's on my heart, a message that I want to get out of to y'all. And today I just want to talk about having a voice is a high calling. And this is a lesson from the Liz situation. I think that's her name. I recently learned about this young lady, the Wizard Liz, and like myself, she is in the field for helping encourage young women and teaching them to love themselves. I don't know much about her, being that I literally just learned about her yesterday, but I do encourage everyone to please give her grace and send her love during this time. Being a quote unquote strong woman is not easy at all, y'all. We may make it look easy, but it's not easy. Speaking for myself, I've always lived what I preach because as a woman of God, I have to hold myself accountable, and I would feel like a liar and a hypocrite if I didn't practice what I preach. I choose to be a life coach and get on YouTube to share my voice because I felt called to help others, like people, by placing that advice, whether it's young women or young men or older women, older men, mid-age, no matter what. I just felt placing some positivity into the world that could move us forward as a society is beneficial. People always come to me personally for advice, so I figured why not share this with the world. However, I would be lying if I said this isn't a scary calling. What makes this calling scary is the fact that we have to be ready for spiritual warfare in areas we probably never experienced it when we are silent and holding back from sharing our gifts. The moment that we decide to make our gift a platform, we become under attack in a different way. I'm not one to give the devil too much credit because I know that nothing is bigger than God. I give God all the praise, all the glory, and I know the only reason I'm able to get through things day by day, even when I'm going through things personally, is because of my faith and belief in Jesus Christ. All I'm saying is we have to stay prayed up when we are choosing to do what's right in the world. Oftentimes, like even going to the gym today, my previous video that will likely upload before this, I talked about how I didn't even feel like going to the gym today. Sometimes when you're constantly doing what's right and what's beneficial and positive in the world, it gets boring. Sometimes you know you're on the right track when you're bored with life. It's sad to say, but sometimes the right thing just, it don't have any interesting plot twist to it, so you kind of know what you're going to get out of doing the good thing, and our flesh wants the opposite of that sometimes. It's almost like how the preacher's kids gets this negative image on the wild things they're caught doing. Women and men with a platform, a voice, or even in my case, some form of social status in the community is always put under a microscope. So people, whether it's like you're in a high position, and high positions on different levels can look different ways. All eyes are on you in every area, and people looking at you that you don't even know are looking at you. They pay so close attention to you. People watch us closer, harder, and with more scrutiny and criticism. That's why I choose to remain humble, and I tell myself ahead of time that no one who is human is bigger than the program. Like, I know anything can happen to me. I'm not above things happening to me. I know that no matter how loyal, kind, loving, and genuine I am, there could be someone watching me, waiting for a disappointment to happen, like praying on my downfall, waiting for just something bad to happen. But thankfully, because my faith is in Jesus Christ, I know that no problem, situation, or circumstance can completely break me. Everything I go through, have gone through, and will go through will only better equip me for my calling and for helping other people. I know that before things even happen. I do think that if anyone who truly supports the Wizard Liz young lady, that you should only send her words of encouragement during this time and try to refrain from judgment. I know firsthand from coaching women that majority of women are not as tough as they portray to be when giving other people's advice. So it's easy to tell this lady, basically, just for the people who don't know the background of the story, supposedly her fiance that she's been dating for a while, he started off as a fan of hers on Instagram, and he messaged her. They end up dating by meeting in person in the airport or something, and now he's proposed to her, and he created a Snapchat account to start cheating on her by texting another young lady who actually told on him because she didn't want to cheat with him or whatever. And so he got caught, of course, and she's 4 months pregnant with his baby. And this is a lady that gets online, and like I said, she tried to uplift women and encourage people to have confidence within themselves and never settle for less. And then you have this man that come in her life, and they say they don't have malintentions, but it seems as if you're coming to break her. That's what it seems like. So yeah, she's in a tough space right now, and we honestly don't know what her decision will be. We know what her decision could seem like it's forced to be just because of the content she put out, but I do think if you truly support her, only encourage her during this time and try to leave your negativity and your opinion to yourself, especially if you have little relationship experience or you have no relationship experience or you're not married or anything of that sort. Yeah, this situation is very new, I feel like, so it's hard for us to just completely just have an entire opinion on it. I think she released the information the next day, like the following day after she found out. So that is an emotional response, but hey, she also could know that if that is cheating is her non-negotiable, that she's out of there, like no matter what, pregnant or not, like she's out of there. So yeah, this situation, because it's very new, like I was saying, it seems as if she will stand on business and not give her fiance another chance, which is definitely her right. She has every right to not give him a second chance if she does not want to go that route. However, whether she decides to give him another chance or not, don't let her decision invalidate your experience with her content, is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. If you feel like the message she puts out helped you in a positive light, a man deciding to take a stupid pill and cheat on her, and her making a life decision to possibly give him another chance, has nothing to do with her not living what she's preaching. I commend her for even sharing a vulnerable moment with the internet, being that her platform is built on women being confident and leaving situations no longer serving them. Her putting it out there could be her way of holding herself accountable not to go back, because typically when we start sharing information as a woman, especially the strong woman, you don't want to look stupid. Like when you've shared so much, you can't go back. So maybe that's just her way of holding herself accountable. It would be commendable to see her stick to her word and belief system to leave, but also don't be surprised if she gave it another shot. Things go on behind the scenes in relationships that we know nothing about, and I speak daily with both men and women who go back to a person because the love they have for the person outweighs their common sense. Not saying that she doesn't have common sense if she goes back to this man, but sometimes love can blind a person. Like I said, I speak with both genders that feel so strongly about a person that they will go back no matter what. Like they just are focused on, this is my person and I love them and I'm not going to let it go. And I see it a lot with men especially too. When they really love a woman, it's kind of hard for them to not continuously pursue her, even if she's constantly saying no, it's not going to work. So people go after what they want, and I'm not surprised. Sometimes people do act off emotion first and then logic later. All I'm saying is people can speak from a pure place and really mean what they say, but don't idolize someone else's life and relationship so much that you're overly invested in their decision making and your faith lies within their ability to succeed. We all are human and nowhere near or close to being God. At the end of the day, we cannot predict the future. We cannot control someone else's actions. So yes, bad things happen to good people. Even when bad things happen to good people, don't celebrate those things. Don't pray for that person instead, And remember not to judge. No matter what, don't judge no one, because it's easy to say what you would do when you've never experienced something. Until you've been in someone's position and you've experienced what they've experienced and walked in their shoes, you don't know what you would do. That's one thing I've learned personally. Never say never, never say what you won't do unless you've had that experience personally for yourself. Because trust me when I say this, those of us who have a lot to say, especially in the name of God, the devil and the world want to find a way for us to eat every word that comes out of our mouths. When we have these morals and values and we stand firm on our beliefs, it's going to be more things that come to us that try to break us in this life. That's why my advice to anyone with a voice or a platform is to remain humble. Know that you're under attack. Pray for discernment. Pray without ceasing. You have to pray about any small thing you're going through in life. Continuously pray. I probably pray 10 times a day when I'm done with God, because that's how much I know that the devil and just the world is after me. And most importantly, know that there is a blessing in every single lesson. Never be ashamed of things that you may have to go through publicly and go through in life in general. God has a plan for your life, and his plan is far greater than your own. Life will happen and we will have no control in how it will, but the lesson out of everything is stick to your principles and never change yourself, even when people change on you. I hope y'all get something out of this message. This is something that I just thought of. I don't know the lady. I'm sending her so much peace and blessings and love, and I just hope she make the best decision for her life. And y'all, sometimes the messenger, don't overlook the message by focusing on the messenger. Good messages can come from people that mess up, because at the end of the day, we are human. But I hope y'all got something out of this, and thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all share this with somebody that needs to hear it, and y'all know I'll be back because I'll be talking.